Hey, happy Monday evening. Hope your week is off to a good start. I'm Heather Hammerstedt. We are well into 2022 right now, and so I thought it was a great time to talk about the one thing that will keep you moving towards your goals or help you maintain them. Done a ton of goal talking the last 6 weeks, and so if you haven't seen the other videos, for sure go back because I know everyone wants to talk about goals this year, but more importantly, I think it's important that we are going and talking about goals consistently throughout the whole year because it turns out we should be doing it all year, right? In this video, I'm going to outline what it is and tell you exactly what I personally do. But before I get into it, if you don't already know me, I'm Heather Hammerstedt. I'm an emergency medicine physician. I'm a lifestyle medicine physician. I'm an integrative nutrition coach. I'm here talking to you from the Curate Your Health community, which is a Facebook group and a podcast, and also more importantly, from the parent company Holist, where we help people figure out how their brains and their bodies work around food so you can make sustainable health changes. And that's with self-love and with empowerment and without restriction and rebellion. Okay, so the one thing that will keep you driving towards your goals is the basics. And by that, I mean the simple, like everyday steps that you take, like how active you are, the food choices you make, how much sleep you get, how you deal with stress. And all those things work together to help you feel better and get results, or maybe make you feel worse and make you move farther away from your goals. Because the thing is that you can set up one of those big, hairy, audacious goals, which what they call them, and that's fine. Those are really important to like really keep your eye on the prize. When it comes down to it, if you don't break them into very small, what I like to call micro steps, you're going to get overwhelmed. You're not going to know how to get to that big goal. But if you just set small intentions, meet those small intentions, every choice or most of the choices, and give yourself grace for the choices that you don't, those are going to build and amplify off of themselves. So I'm all about these small little changes. So here are my personal non-negotiable basics, and I'd love to hear about what your non-negotiable basics are. So my number one basic is making sure that most of, not all, again, we're not about restricting because that just leads to rebellion. Most of my nutrition comes from real whole foods. So this makes a really big difference in my energy, in my gut health, in my workout recovery. It's kind of a no-brainer at this point for me, but it is something that I am focused on every day of being what my first choice is. Again, it's not every time. My first choice is that I'm going to make sure that most of my nutrition comes from that real whole food. As I like to say, if it was born or it was grown, you should eat it. My number two basic is either getting in, 10,000 steps a day or a workout. What does that workout need to be? Like, it doesn't need to be crazy, and it depends on what your life is that day. Is it just some sort of joyful movement that brings you joy, movement that feels good? It's essential for me. And plain and simple, it helps me get a good night's sleep or a good day's sleep. Since I'm a nocturnist, I just woke up and it's the evening time. So it really helps me kind of focus on that sleep as well. My third non-negotiable is not eating after a certain period of time. Again, I am a shift worker, and so I would like to say don't eat after 7 o'clock. That doesn't work for me. Mine is, for 3 hours before I go to sleep, 2 hours before I go to sleep. I'm not fueling my body. Again, makes a really big difference in my sleep, not just how much sleep, but the quality of my sleep. Additionally, helps with all sorts of things. The reason why it helps with sleep, it has to do with how food affects your circadian rhythm and the hormones that you need at night: cortisol, growth hormone, insulin secretion, your hunger hormones, all that kind of stuff. More for another day. But additionally, it helps with that sleep-wake cycle. So the fact is, as I alluded to at the beginning, it's not about being perfect or being good or bad. Again, it's like how I feel. I like to feel good. These three non-negotiables help me if I make the majority of my choices. And as I always say, every choice is a chance. And if you F one up, it's not one of your basics. And then just love it and enjoy that choice and don't feel shame around it. Just realize that the next choice is another chance, right? It's about how you feel. And I know that choosing these non-negotiable basics for me make me not only feel the way that I want to feel, um, the way that my body feels, the way that my brain feels, the way that I'm able to interact with others when I'm making these choices, the way I'm able to improve the world when I'm making these choices. But also, they're getting me to the body and mind goals that I have set out for myself. So when I make sure that I do these things, I'm in a better mood, my energy is better, and my body just like plain feels better. I think that like I think better. Anyway, which leads me to a question for you. What are your basics? Do you have basics, or are you just sort of winging it? Because a lot of people are just sort of winging it. What things do you do every day that helps you sleep better, boost your energy, generally help you feel great? So I would love to hear that in the comments. And if you need help, easy ways to kind of boost your basics, um, this is what we do here in the Curate Your Health community. In the Facebook group, is we talk about this stuff all the time. On the podcast, we talk about this stuff all the time. You can learn from experts that I'm interviewing every week. If you need more intensive work on figuring out your basics, and more importantly, figuring out how to learn, like really learn, like with evidence, but also with lots of support, how your brain and your body are working around making these choices around food and movement and mindfulness and mindset. We have a total health transformation program. We have multiple tiers of what that looks like for you, whether it's culinary, whether it's fitness, whether it's most importantly, how do you take all parts of you and move forward in a way that we can coach and guide you to really like stop doing this yo-yo, stop doing the restriction and the rebellion, be you, unapologetically you, in the body and the mind that you want. All you have to do is drop the word action into the comments, and we will be happy to hop on the phone with you and see if we're a good fit. Additionally, I have a habit tracker, and we had a fantastic goal setting training that was live at the end of December. If you want the habit ebook, drop the word habit. We'll send it to you for free. If you want that goal setting, if you want to sit down for an hour and like dig in with me, with Jean Omar, and with Shola Ezeokoli, two amazing experts. People pay a lot of money for their time for free. Drop the word goal into the comments, and me or one of my team will get it for you. So I have to hop off. I am about 30 seconds late to run a Holist group program around food and around mindset. I'm super excited to see these ladies and how they're doing. So I'm going to hop off. I will see you throughout the week. This is my week off of emergency medicine and focus just on Holist. And of course, next Monday, 6:15 Mountain Time. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.